guys, it's me again. You might be wondering, before we start anything, you might be wondering, why is your audio so great? Because, well, my answer to that is, I got a microphone. But today we will be playing Our Life. It is a new game. I'm playing the demo version because they're still making the game, and so let me show you like the kind of the description. Let me tell you the description first. It is a very long game. It's a very long game, so it's gonna take me about like a few parts. So yeah, so it is free to play with optional DLCs that add events and love interests. They will release like the full game on November 2nd, 2020. You can play this on Android, Linux, Mac, and Windows. There are 4 periods of life to experience: childhood, adolescence, teenage, and adulthood. Name, appearance, personality, and pronoun he, she, or they comes to the station of your character. I did start playing this just a little bit yesterday, just to see how it is, and like the controls. It's very easy. You just kind of like a play game, really. It's about 6 to 8 hours with optional paid DLCs. Sorry about that. I just have like the urge to cough randomly. And then with the paid DLCs are increased playtime. So like I barely got to a few, and then like it got easy. And then so that's pretty much it. So I will just continue. I have see, like, wait, I keep my mouse keeps lagging. Sorry. See, I have up here. So I started that yesterday. So we will just redo everything for you. So yeah, it's a very cute game. I love the art. Would you like to go? Because I already know how to do everything. So, like a lot of the parts that you're just explaining everything, but I know everything, so I'm gonna explain it. So first we have to make our character. So I haven't even. Okay, I'll do oval. So now you kind of know how to look. Wait, no, I'm gonna do Jewel, because that's a cute last name. I know which one I want to do. I know which hair I want to do, so it might take me a while to find it. This one's it. I might make it short hair. I like that. Should I do all of the shapes? Nah, that's fine. Okay, I think we're done that. Pretty easy, pretty fast. So now we're just gonna start. Summer in Sunset. Sorry if I'm really close to you. I'm really sorry, close to the microphone. I don't know if it's working. I know it's working, but I don't know if I'm too close to you. So yeah, summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of the year. Your unusually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both the smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of school less vacation with it. During summer, your mom didn't like you wandering too far outside of the neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. I'm just gonna do this real quick so I'm not speaking that loud. Turning sound a little bit. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. So pretty much moving in, I think. They built businesses. They got to know each other and definitely said hello to the young nice kids who waved when passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often that said hello. Also, before this is like 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours. So if you want me, I'll make it like a whole. I'll make it like a video that's about 2 hours long about this one if I finish it. Sorry. So I'll put a timer on my phone for 30 minutes or maybe 40. Yeah, 40. I'm now putting a timer for 40 minutes because I have horrible memory of time. So let's continue. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar friendly residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often said hello. So you can hear my mouse. Just over here maybe. Weird that you can hear me. No, that won't work. You didn't really get why they always said hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. You ended up saying hi to a lot of people, and since most of them tourists that came every summer for the same one, you were too anxious to say bye, but most residents knew you well. But all knew you well to expect that. Don't do that. It was a polite thing to do. After all, and your moms had taught you to always be respectful. But today there was a man sitting at the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and wondered if he was a real person or a statue that had magically sprung from the ground overnight. Whoever or whatever he was, you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who didn't recognize really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your moms call it. So for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off. Who a total stranger was. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to move my microphone. Set off a lot of red flags. Your mom's had a talk with you and your big sister Lizzie about a kind of situation before. You hadn't really been listening at the time, so it would be okay to meet people. They mentioned that Some people are good to talk to, but other types can be helpful if you do not know. You remember it's okay to run your way and feel uncomfortable. You sure worrying about this man yet? Whether he was nice or not, but you were pretty interested in what was going on. You still felt a bit scared knowing that he was backing. You slow down, your mind racing for ideas on how to get past him unseen, but it was too late to escape. There was a split second where your eyes met and you took in a shaky breath. Your eyes started darting to the sky, pretending to stare at the bird who was hovering nearby. Hey! Oh, you can hear it. Sorry. I'm just gonna move this maybe over here. Can you still hear me? Yeah, you can still hear me. His voice startled you and made you jump, but still you didn't look at him. I might put something on here for it to work. Sorry, that was loud. Sorry. It might be louder, so I might put it down. Can you hear me? Oh my god, you can still hear me. Okay, I might get an elastic to put it around. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm just gonna put an elastic around it so it might be loud for you. And I'm sorry. Okay, I want to see if you can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear? Yes, you can. You can still hear me, which is great. Okay, you can still hear me. Just not really muffled sounds. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I'm just trying. Okay, I'm here. E. Sorry, so I'm just seeing which one will be good. Okay, is this good? Is this good? I think it's good. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me still. If you can you still? I don't know what's happening, honestly. Just kind of like checking if you can hear me. Okay, I think this might be good right here. This might be good. This might be good over here. So I don't know if I'm just gonna move it up right there. I'm just changing my settings of my microphone. So his voice startled you and made you jump, but you still didn't look at him. The bird landed on the top of a nearby gate post, and its black feathers ruffled against the gentle breeze. Trying to keep your eyes on it was tough, especially when the man stood up and started making his way towards you. Not wanting to seem too approachable, you folded your arms and stared. You're still unsure about him. You're waiting on friendly enough for a stranger to smile. Your body froze. Okay, now. Oh my god. He's cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a big grade like ASMR. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. Do you live around here? What's your name? You looked at the man up and down, taking in his tan skin, relaxed appearance, and at least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting and wasn't. He had sharks on his shorts, a stingray tattoo, and wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. While you made your assessment, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for answering his question. Yeah. I gotcha. Oh, great. Nice to meet you, Bonnie. He gave you a worried smile and relief setting on his face. Money? It's money. It's a $20 bill. We gonna be rich, boys. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you looked back at him. Well, could you do me a favor? Ooh, anything? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have. Let me start over. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it just made it look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove. Who's about your age. Cove. That seemed like a strange name for a natural living person to you. You tuned inside the cheek differently. This guy was definitely inside with water. He wasn't the only person that liked Sunset Bird. We moved across the street. See? He gestured toward the house that had been empty for a year. His watch catching the late afternoon sunlight reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. You must be Bonnie Jewel, right? I met your moms earlier. They told me you were 8. So just like him. So he shook off the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention, hopefully smiling, tilting his lips at the corners. So can you try to be friends with the boy? Just give it a chance, and you can keep Liz. He's a good kid. You'll like him. But you gotta keep it a secret, okay? Okay? It wouldn't be friendly, said his dad sent you. You eyed the man. You felt kind of sorry for Cole. Did other kids get their parents to pay for their friendships? That's what I would think. Had your mom done the same for you and Lizzie? Well, your Lizzie's your sister, so I don't know. The thought made you frown. What did I say? Want to make a deal? You took the bill. You didn't want money. You ran away. I want to do it. I really want to do it. I really want to do it. I want to do it. I'm hovering my mouse. You know what? That'd be nice. You carefully plucked the bill from his outstretched hand, grinning at the thoughts of you can do with the much cash. $20. Okay. All this which you could never want. You weren't sure you could buy a ticket. Yeah. It was going to be able to go home with you, and the thought you started to think. The thought the skies were. Oh my glasses are like hurting the back of my ears. And that you just and that you just wait okay. I might take off my glasses, but everything's blurry. I might take off my glasses for a little bit and I'll just put my glasses back on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. And that was just the start. You thought the sky was the limit with that kind of amount. The man smiled at you, his eyes crinkled at the sides as he did. Great, that's great. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I want him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but well, I don't know where he's gotten off to. He laughed when he said that, but the way his legs looked like he was actually wanting to cry. If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? He has a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss it. Can I keep this thing away? Sure thing. I can try. He chuckled you with his hand with his hips. Sure, you sure can. And then finally Junior pet you in the head and paused before doing so. Put a hand in his said, your moms are already checking around for me. You're such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. I can't put everyone else to work while you keep sitting there. I thought he might come back, and it's not important. I have to go. Thanks again, Bonnie, so much. He jogged off in the street without another word. He decided to check the hills behind your house. Okay, we have 27 more minutes. Step 1, first sight. The chirping of crickets on the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hills you could see the oceans as you walked and listened to the crash of the waves on the shore. The seagulls squawking and settled down for the night. It was lovely. No, to see the merfolk, the sea serpent. Yawn again. And sea serpents, you imagined living far beneath the waves. You didn't enjoy the beach. Sometimes you can just convince yourself you see the flash of a shiny mermaid's tail in the distance. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to try and relax and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you that you weren't alone, so you glanced around. Oh my god. He's beautiful. I'm being creepy. Why am I being creepy? But like, I love like the art style. Ooh, they blink. I love the art style a lot. There was a boy sitting at the top of the hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him for a minute longer, feeling feeling a little bit like you found a deer in the wild. Though deer didn't have green hair, remember his huge glasses. It's not huge, I have big glasses, pink ass sad frowns. Like his green hair, but this new boy did. You watched it as it fluttered softly in his face. Oh my god. After a few seconds, you took a step from another. He glanced your way. He's a crying eye, Hi, space. Hey. Are you lost? With a start, he jumped to his feet and hands well into the fist to his sides. Oh my god! He didn't say anything, he just stared at you in a strange way. He'd been crying. There had been traces of tears on his cheeks and his knees, soaking the hem of his shorts. And his eyes were still shining with a few more. You'd obviously caught him off guard. His pink cast seemed pink. His pink glove. I can't read. Why can't I read? I need to go to school again because I can't read. I need to go to grade 1 again because I can't read. His pink cast seemed to glow in the twilight, though when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arms behind his back. Oh. I mean, I used to have glasses like that, big ones. It was like circle ones, but big ones, and they're like see-through. Now, my glasses kind of look like just a bit smaller and not red, they're black. Something the man earlier had said stuck out to you. Eyes wide, he studied you. How do you know that? You touched the money in your pocket, feeling it crinkle beneath your fingertips. I met your dad. I'm all knowing, lucky guess. Oh, he said that. So is this your heel? He gestured at his uninjured hand. I'm turning this down. An injured arm. You don't want music, but not that much. His injured arm to the patch of the grass surrounding you. His face falling to your prospect. I can leave if it is. You can't own a hill. You shook your head. Why not? How could you? You just do. I had a hill back home. Well, this still isn't mine. Oh my god, he just disappeared. Oh, never mind. He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. I can't do that. Quick story, because I fell off my skateboard, like literally, I bumped and fell. And now, like when I put my chin there, it's incredibly painful. It's not painful, not incredibly, but it's like still painful. It's still healing, even though it's been almost like 2 months. It happened in April, and it's July, so. I'm curious about the strange new boy with an odd dad. You sat in the bench next to him. His pure white, the pure white, flowers that were covered in hail rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean up and up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. Very weird. Why'd your family move? A quiet hiccup and asked a question. Almost like they'd never stop. His tears started up again with the blue magnets. My parents, they don't want to live together with me anymore. Oh wait, they don't want to live together with me anymore. Oh, the tears left fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. Ooh. My mom made my dad leave. He took me with him, and now we have a house here. And I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard, but by the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heavy with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses. 20 minutes left, by the way. Oh my god, I need to grab my charger because my phone's gonna die right back. I'm back. I'm gonna put my headphones back in. Okay. He sniffled. Ow! 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 That was painful. Why did that happen to my pinky? I don't have socks on, and then the foot of the table hit my toe. Owie! That hurt. Ow! That actually hurt. It separated my pinky and my the toe beside the pinky. I don't know what's name. Really far away. That was incredibly painful. Owie. Anyways, he sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on again. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. I'm sorry. Your dad seems kinda nice. You'll like it here. You just have to get used to it. Stop crying. What a pick. So blue? Oh, these are what are these? He slipped his hand underneath his glass and praised his family to silence. You were tired of seeing him cry so much already. He's learned to toughen up. Babies cry. No, I don't want to be like them. I want to be stop crying. You're okay. Okay, but I think this and you hurt your parents. I want to go back. I want to go. Oh, I can go back. Yes, I can go back. Bonnie, go. Kids, where did you go? Cove looked at you as I clenching his cheeks. Don't tell him we're here. I don't want to go back to his house. Oh, I want to go home. You can handle it. It's not gonna be all. It'll be fun, but you hate your family too? Yeah, I guess. But then you can count on him when you really, really need him. You shot at him, Granny pushed out your feet. Slowly pushes up with you. Cove, can you hear me? He looked towards the sound of his towards the sound of his dad's voice. Silent, then turned away, turned away while rubbing his not bandaged arm. Oh. Sorry, I still don't want to go. You called out yourself. You suddenly wait for him. Yeah, I get it. You do? Before you could answer, you could start getting closer. There you are, bud. The trio of parents appeared from over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all of the eyes landed on you, and they rushed over. Oh, they're pretty. They're pretty. Both of your moms were at your side in a split second, their eyes filled with worry. Bonnie, you're here after all. Which one's which? I think this one's. We've been at the park and the curve. No, we're just sitting on the grass. Why is that so kind of a big ring? We don't know what you want. We will worry. Oh yes, thank God you're right. I don't hear. And then we were curdling against this button. I'm gonna go. Yeah, Mom is it? Okay, let's go. No, we were. Okay, you should. Oh my God, he'd be mad. Finally, letting go of swarming, swirling sun cast. Thank you so much for finding him. I really don't know what. I really don't know. I good thing Bonnie knows the whole area so well. Absolutely. We should get home now. It's a long day for all of us. Say goodbye, Cole. Bye. But you want to do many towards the neighborhood. He'll disappear. Wait, tell me what it. We have a proper play tomorrow, okay? Your new friends that will be coming and seeing you, Lizzie. Oh, how does that sound? It sounds like words. And then oh, okay, so this is like how I like him. Nervous fondness, nervous Does it change? Oh, it says it doesn't change anything. I remember yesterday it said it doesn't change anything, so. Next morning, you finish your breakfast so fast that you nearly puked it back up. Like, whoa. Whoa. Your sister Lizzie had run out earlier to go play, but you stayed put. Today, your mom's had a promise to hang around. I'm excited to see your new friend again, Bonnie. I can't wait to see him.
How sweet.
Isn't that the sweetest thing? I mean,
Okay.
what time is it? Are you gonna be breakfast? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Good job. Could we not begin an old cue? There was an Hey, Joe, family. Wait. Okay. Hey, Mr. Holden, as if moms have called him, and his son were here. The cove looked different in the bright light in the living home, and he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him, mom and mommy behind you and Cove looked at each other. Pleased to see a Disney boy. Aww. I just want to say something. Oh, yeah, I can change this. I'm just doing this quickly because I can remember.
Okay.
There you go. Come right back to it. That seems exciting. And you. You could, if you study for this was it. This was a parent's plate, not yours. Oh, so it does change it.
Okay.
Wait, so like, what should I pick? Okay, there you go. Now I'm just gonna go back quickly.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, there you go. Yay! Okay, now we're gonna play the favorite. I'm your guest playing in protest. Okay.
Take care.
No, there's not anything new too. Okay. See you later, son. Be nice. You guys enjoy your treasures. Yeah, lots of stuffed animals, a cool bed and windows to look out. This was a great difference. You didn't have anyone shown it. You didn't show it to anyone in a while, but you've been really proud of it. He leaned in a closer to look one of your drawings on the wall. I like this. Cool. You saw to him you were proud of the particular piece of art, and you glad you noticed it. He turned away as more he studied the books on this desk and the pictures on the walls. You started to feel a little bit noticed. You were glad to come. It was nice to have something to play with. You then visited a tiny beach and collected and tucked away by your door. He took a step towards ahead before hesitating and pointing at it instead. What's that? A hoard of stuff I found on the beach. Do you have any driftwood in there? Dragging the box in the middle of the room, you flopped a night next to it. I do. Look. You gestured a piece of the bottom and still covered in specks of sand. Neat. This is a cool, weird collection. You got a sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't saying it to be nice or to be like sure. He actually meant it. I forgot Shillo? I think Shillo. He's friends with my older sister, and he's supposed to hang out here afternoon. Do I have to see him? You don't have to do anything, but he's gonna be here. Anyway, I have this gigantic shell here stuck to an even bigger rock. They put out the seashells after the seashells, and explaining what you got in each one holding against the light. There were big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. Most of them you washed off in the bottom sink when you brought them when cleaning off the sand. Over the past years, you've been learning about some tasty things. Your waist flattered up your weight. You were really proud of your collection and listening to it. Apparently fantasized either of the stories or the shells themselves. Cove listened with what I looked in the full force of his attention. It was a new experience for being the center of such dedicated focus. For some reason, you did cheeks melt, making your cheeks melt when we felt like than we felt before. It was kind of weird. Kids, come on, don't live anymore. You should tell that the idea. You could tell the idea was making him unhappy, but Mommy wasn't giving you much of a chance to hang around. Before you knew it, you'd both been escorted downstairs and deposited in the living room before ready for Shillow's visit. You two sat by side on the floor for your home's entry. I thought it said homies. I brought a box of shells. I brought the box of shells. I want to keep looking at them. Great. I'll keep up. Careful. You should have asked. Great. Bust it open. We can keep looking at Shiloh. We can wait for Shiloh. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh. I liked that he hadn't spoken aloud yet. He turned out, he says, his eyes shining. I think this one's the best of them. That's my favorite too. I like the different ones. I can show it to you. You really fucking you both are sitting on the floor. Wait, I wanna do this one. You can take it. So looking surprised when I was going, right? Really? Sure, you like it a lot, right? Uh-huh. But I don't want to take it for you. It's okay. You appear to hesitate. It's very wrong. You insisted. No, it's okay for you. You put the shell against Joey's chest, willing him to receive the present, but firmly shook his head and kept his arms tightly against his sides. Oh my god, you're so cute! It was a great battle. It was a battle you couldn't win, at least not today. Cove was your neighbor now. Maybe you can give it to him another time. The two were still sitting on the floor, looking through your collection, the beach bindings, when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped and startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, you figured it was probably Shiloh. He knew it was like Lizzie's friend. You nodded, but you didn't see Cove to make it feel better. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like just reading everything real quick so you can probably pause it. It was already all obvious that Cove didn't want to hide his feelings well. You could tell that he was thinking right away. This isn't a good idea. Oh, it's Shiloh. And where would you even go? He's only at the front door. You can go outside, he'll find you. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide. Finally paused, but his gaze was and say, I can go out the window. Bro. It's scrambling when he stepped forward and paused. Wait, please don't get hurt. I'm worried. What if something happens? The floor wasn't far, but you couldn't tell as you touched his arm. I immediately released from his sails. I don't want to break any more bones. I want to do that again. I'll come with you. Hurry! They're saving from the door. He nudged you back in the night. The two waited in the window together. There wasn't much to the glimmer, but you landed gently. Oh my gosh, this is a different line. Okay, so I did the other one when like we didn't see it. When we didn't see Shiloh. I did one when we did see Shiloh. So I'll go back. More back. So as is, he was fast, but you can outrun him if you had to. He was not fast. You can run him if you had to. He was not fast, but neither were you. At the speed, you weren't sure if he could go fast enough to reach him. Hey, wait up. You realize as soon as your legs can take you, whipping ankles like you so cautiously slow and back to you. Where are you going? I don't know. Somewhere else. I don't want to see. Oh, yeah, we saw him. I want to read. Where are you going? I don't know. Somewhere else. I don't want to see. Bonnie! Said Shiloh. You look back and Shiloh shuffling down the hill after you. Oh, I love Shiloh. He's actually so cute, though. The backpack he clutched bouncing all the way around. What are you doing? Can I come? Oh, he must be looking up to and they fall into behind. See, he's so cute. Oh, his freckles. Hi, are you Cove? Yeah. I'm Shiloh. Okay. Yep. Are we going back? Or are we gonna still play outside? Shillow's moving between you and Cove. His mouth remained strong as his face. He got a tiny frown from Cove in response. You were so just grateful he hadn't asked why had you run away. Inside, we left a box on the floor. My stuff. We need to get it before someone steps on it. Okay. Wait, Shillow, trailing behind you, Cove headed back towards the house. After the pond for afternoon, at least as far as you could be concerned, was to sit in your stuff. You weren't really in the mood to do much, anything, especially Cove. This is a scallop shell I found last week. I kept it because it looks neat. It's a pretty color. It's kind of like my cast. I thought that was Shillow. What was that, Shillow? Why did I make this voice of Shillow? I mean, Cove. Okay, it's a pretty color, kind of like my cast. Okay, the beautiful glittering pink did look a bit like the wrap around his arm. Pink is a nice color. Okay, is it your favorite? Not really. What is? Maybe green or blue. It might be yellow. Oh, all of those colors too, I guess. I like this color too. I'm usually like it. I don't really know how to do it. Awesome. I want to see like what this happens. Go there, says you. Sorry. That was loud. Sorry. I'm kinda shook. I don't know what to say. Like, honestly, I don't know what to say. I want to be nice, but I just want to see. You poked your tongue out, so try not to laugh. But what he did seem. I think I found the best one. Says you. You poked your tongue out at Cove. Try not to laugh when he did the same thing. Realization, like usual, it didn't take to get Virginie. Lizzie was his favorite. Without her, Shillow didn't know what to do with himself. Oh, okay. I'll poopy. Be right back. It is time. The timer has rung. It's almost time for me to end the video. Since I'm just gonna like do it when like her sister comes back in, so it might take a little while. If it isn't like your sister, he wasn't like much as with either. Is Lizzie coming back? Don't know. Where'd she go? I think she's in the beach probably. Is she playing at her park? I was light up in the mention of the park and it looks towards you. There's a park? Yeah, but it's old. Can you show me? I want to go. Really? You do too? Really? You do too, right, Bonnie? Park's really fun. No. Oh, Shillow! No, why? What? Yeah, I felt so bad for Shillow. Oh my god, no, I feel bad. Why do I feel so bad? Why? Oh my god, it's just a character. Don't cry. Okay, just waiting. That would be cool. We're going to find Lizzie. Are we going to find Lizzie? I don't know. I really don't want to see her. Okay, now. I drift to the direction Shillow finally made. So Shillow finally turned to you. Okay. He pricked up and both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. After the permission of your mom, you were ready to head out. It was short on the walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your mom that it was short. That was so short she had always been allowed to walk there by herself. Then you found her. She was hanging on the jungle and swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie. Her face lit up when he saw you. Her big brown eyes were going right. Funny, Shillow. Hi. Oh my god, he's blushing! Was he blushing? No, he's not blushing. Done before. It was not very cold this year. This video. Who's that? You know what? Now I'm just gonna end the video. Cause can I get a cliffhanger? By the way, so I'm 8 here, and then she's 10. So she's 2 years older than me. So yeah, so I'm gonna end the video. Let me just move this real quick. I'm just gonna move this back again. Hopefully you heard me. I'm sorry if you did. Can you hear? I hope. If you didn't hear me, I'm gonna get so mad. Like literally, if you didn't hear me, because I have like a cloth around it, because like it's gonna be like, because I'm really bad if I don't do it. So hopefully you heard me, because if you didn't hear me, don't want to restart everything. Like I really don't want to start everything. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, this is gonna be a few parts, probably at least like 4, or like at least 4 or 3. So yeah, I'm not finished, not even close to being finished. I'm only like a few like parts before this. I'm a few parts after this, sorry. I'm a few parts after this, so it might take a little bit longer, so to do it, I will like do it on like, yeah. But I would really recommend it. Like the beginning, it's called Our Life. I will put the link in the description for you to download it on your computer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and comment. It makes me so happy when you do that. So yeah, bye.